record. There we go. I feel like I should repeat myself now, but that's okay. So anyways, so those are the things I really want you guys to know. When you get your elite report, once you hit diamond rank, you get your elite report once a month, the second Friday of every month, and it's right in your online office. They used to email it to you. Now you can go to the business tab, go to my qualifications, elite premier qualifications, and then it'll update on the second Friday of every month. Starting in November, they update it every Friday for you. What am I missing before I go through the whole elite goal guide? One thing to keep in mind as well is 135 points. Like, that doesn't sound like a high number, right? But when you break it down, you really do need to start at least thinking about this in January, because it's really hard to catch up. When you're averaging like 5 to 8 points every month, if you don't start strong in January, it's going to be difficult to catch up. Like, let's say you decide, you look at your report, or you hit diamond or whatever, or you hit 2-star in June, and you're like, oh, maybe I should start paying attention. That's why it's good to at least know this stuff now, so it's on your radar. And also, this stuff is kind of incremental, and it's exponential. So it's really good to start thinking about it in January. Okay, so hopefully you guys printed it off. Did everyone print this off? Most people? Okay, good. I'm not going to share my...
I don't have any toner right now, Katie, so I didn't print it, but I have it up in front of me.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let's just go through it. So there is actually 4 categories for Elite Premier, and they just added the 4th category, which I think is going to help us a lot. So the first category is basically how many of your coaches that you signed in either 2016 or 2017 qualify for Success Club, okay? So that's why I'm saying everyone kind of starts with a fresh start. Of course, if you sign like 5 coaches last year who are all hitting Success Club, you've got a leg up. But it kind of levels the playing field, because you can start signing coaches in January, February, March, right at the beginning of the year, get them trained, get them hitting Success Club, and those people will count for you. If you hit Success Club as well, the points double. I think that's really, really, I mean, you got to count on those points. So it's something really good to know. And that's going to come from, you modeling Success Club to your coaches, and, duplicating. I think our system is pretty good. I think that we could probably work a little bit more on how to duplicate that, so that everybody can take that system and use it and hit Success Club. So that's category number 1. So 2016 and 2017 personally sponsored coaches who are hitting Success Club. That's an easy one. One more thing I want to mention is you max for Elite, not for Premier, but for Elite, you max out on points in each category. So once you hit 60, I think it's 61 points in this one category of Success Club, you can't earn any more points toward your 135 Elite points. Now, you continue earning points every month in that category, and that will count. That will help your rank, and that counts toward Elite, or toward Premier, excuse me. Okay. So, for example, I maxed out this category in August of this year, I believe it was. So any more points I earn were not going toward my Elite points. They did help my rank, my overall rank. And if I was going for a Premier, it would have helped my Premier points increase. But it's just really good to know. It's just really good to know that you can't focus all your attention on one category. You really have to be paying attention to all of them. That's something I made a mistake on. Luckily, my corporate guy filled me in that I didn't max out this category. It doesn't even matter. You've got to focus on the other categories. Let me read your question. Yes. Yep. If you, Megan said, can you still earn points even if you're Emerald? Yes. Now, you're not going to get a report. Well, for example, I hit Diamond in February a couple years ago. I started getting my reports, and it was, it's backdated basically from the year. So yeah, so even if you are not Diamond yet, maybe you'll hit Diamond this year, you're going to get an Elite report from the entire year. Good question. Or if you drop Diamond or whatever. Good question. All right, category 2, Elite. Okay, so your PSPV. Okay, So this is going to be, oh, here it says it, max 50 points. I was wrong about that. Oh, you know what? They must have changed it because of the fourth category. That's what's going on. So the first category, the max is 50 points. The minimum is 30 points. So there you go. They've changed it because of the fourth category. The second category is your PSPV. So your personally sponsored coaches who you sponsor this year, right now, how much volume are they creating? That's what that's for. And for every 500 points, you get 1 point. 500 like volume points, you get 1 elite point. Okay, so that's another reason why it's good to kind of hit it hard in January. I mean, I know we are all anyways, and that's why I'm saying I want you guys to be aware of this, but I don't want it to control you. I think you're doing what you you're doing the best you can, especially if you're on this call. You're working your business, and January is obviously a hot month, and you want to make it as hot as possible if you think Elite Premier might be on your radar, because you know, the more coaches you sign up now, the more volume they're going to create in the coming weeks, even if they're just discount coaches. So for every 500 volume that they create, whether they sell or they buy, or whatever, that is going to be 1 point per 500. Does that make sense? So that is a max 50, a minimum 30. Okay. All right. Category 3. Here's the new one. This is the new category. I hope I get it right. All right. So this is, you get 1 elite point for every 500 points in total personal volume from your new personal 2017 customers combined. This is really good, I think. I think this is, you know, I think it's going to only help that they've added this. So all the volume you create when you sell to new customers, that's where this is going to help you. I think this is huge for us, especially with the All Access thing, the All Access Challenge Pack. So that's pretty easy and similar to the category above it. Max 25, minimum 5. But I mean, I think that's, you know, you're hitting Success Club, and but I think for this one too, it's good to remember that while we do focus so much on Success Club, there's so many other things in our you know, that we have to offer people. And if I think you're really focusing on building relationships with people, really talking to them, leading with like you know, what their needs are and what they want, I think you can find something, whether it be a challenge pack or something else to offer them. And I think that's where this is going to come in, with 3-day refreshes and boosts and performance pack. And, you know, obviously it's really good that the you know, the All Access stuff gives us volume. So something to keep in mind. Okay, category 4. The ATV points. This one is not going to probably kick in for a little while, but basically, once you surpass your last year's volume, so like it'll be a high number. This is all the volume that's earned from 3 levels in your downline. Okay, so it's your incremental ATV. Once you surpass last year's, you start earning 1 point per 10,000 volume points. Okay, so for example, last year my volume was, I'm trying to remember, maybe 395,000 or something like that. Once I pass that this year, it'll probably be usually people start passing it in June or August. Then you start earning 1 point per 10,000 ATV that you earn. Okay, and the max is 30 and the min is 10. Minimum is 10 points. All right, now just to kind of put it out there, I don't see it on here, but there's usually a multiplier, and I'm sure they're going to do it again this year, so that if you like, let's say you're going for Elite and you think you have the people on your team who can do it, who can, you know, advance. So you're going to advance. None of you are Star Diamonds yet. So let's say you're going to advance 5 diamonds. You're going to get a multiplier on your ATV, which is going to help you with Elite points at the end. Okay, it'll multiply it by, it's a lot. It's maybe 15% or something, and a number that big it's going to impact you. It can mean the difference between Elite and not Elite. So something to keep in mind if you feel like you're getting close next year and, you're close to advancing those diamonds. And it can happen. They can start popping. And come on, boom, boom, boom. So that is kind of Elite Premier in a nutshell. On the bottom or on the back is where you can keep track. If you're like a tracking person, I'm going to be honest and tell you guys, I'm really not. I did at the beginning, but it'll kind of tell you where you're stacking up and where you need to, put more effort in, sort of. I think, I really think that if you are working on building your team and hitting Success Club and creating that culture on your team, and I think that's what we do, and I think that it's a possibility for anyone. But with that being said, I see some faces. Well, maybe if you built your husband's, that would be something that would make it more realistic. And so, it's something to keep in mind. As far as like, I don't know what I was going to say. I can't remember. Who has questions, comments? Well, I mean, is this making sense? No one has any questions or comments? Anything?
It is making sense, but this is also the third time I've heard it now. So, you know what I mean?
It's confusing. I think when I first got on a call, it was about halfway through the year. It was like June, I think, when Megan did a call about it last year. And my head was spinning. Like I didn't even know. So if you guys have questions, even if you think maybe it's not in the cards for you this year, but maybe the following year, ask. Anything? Nobody. You guys are easy. I thought we'd be on this call for an hour talking. Wow. No one has questions. All right.
Becky, you don't have any?
Not really. It seems so far out of reach for me right now that I don't even know what to think.
I think one thing that I got off of Megan's call, and John and her did, hold on one second. Like Katie said, if you're doing the vital behaviors and Success Club and you're setting coaches from the get-go, that's, if you're just doing your business, it will all eventually fall into place. But I think, Katie, if I'm right, category 2 is that one that if you're to build strong in January, that's where it's not exponential, but it just keeps kind of rolling over instead of, do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
The incremental points.
It is because, like let's say you sign you're heavy recruiting in January, then, all those coaches are going to produce PV all year for you, rather than if you're heavy recruiting in August, they're only going to produce PV for you for a couple more months.
Yeah.
So, I think that's, I think that's smart to know. And and I also think that, like she said, if you're doing your business, this will come. Like, it just will. I remember my first year, last year, I guess, not this past year, the year before, when I was Premier at the end of the year, I had no idea what any of this stuff was. I didn't even know I had an Elite report until June, when Megan was like, check your reports. And all of a sudden, it was there. But I had been doing, and it was a possibility. Obviously, I hit Premier that year. Everything was a possibility. But I was like really working my business without even knowing this stuff. I was hitting Success Club every month. I hit Diamond in February. You know what I mean? I was, whatever, working closely with you guys who are already on my team. So it really is, it's good to kind of be aware of it, I think. So yeah. But I also don't want to. I don't think it's. It shouldn't control your life. Nor do I think if you are elite premier coach, does it make you, necessarily better than anybody else. I think, you felt. I've seen a lot on the wall recently about people who have fallen short of elite this year, who have been 4-time elite coaches or 3-time elite coaches. And the thing is I don't think that. I don't know, it's opened my eyes a little bit more, and I think that you can be a successful coach even if you, don't hit elite premier. Not that I'm saying for you guys not to reach for it, but I want it to be on your radar, but I don't want it to control your life either. Anyone else have any questions?
Well, I'm looking at my elite premier qualification right now.
Okay.
Because I haven't looked at it in a while, to be honest with you. I just didn't really see any point because I wasn't really, I was more concerned about maintaining my diamond.
Right.
So I'm just looking at the numbers, and I guess I will look at it. Obviously we're in a different year now. So
it's probably last time I was updated was last week probably.
Oh, okay.
So.
But it'll be interesting to see, now that we're in a different year, like how to compare it.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Megan, you probably look at yours more often anyway because you're really good at numbers. And you understand the whole logic with the elite and premier thing.
But it's hitting it all behind it. So, I was higher up on the board the year prior than this past year, for sure.
Yeah.
But we were all pushing, I don't know, it was different. So I think it might not be a bad idea to have a group, just touch base maybe each month. I don't know, and the fact that they're actually updating it weekly is nice. Because before, I think it was only once a month. It was like the second week of the month.
Yeah, they'll go back to that. They only update it once every week in November and December. So they'll go back to monthly. And so the first one will be the second week of February.
Right.
Okay.
Friday, is it? Is it Fridays?
Yeah, Friday.
So maybe we could easily all just touch base if.
Yeah, this says actually this is my points as of 12/28, Katie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. So you won't get another one for December. The next one that comes out will be in February.
Okay.
And it'll start you fresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's good to see your ATV. I think that's important as well. Not that you need to look at it, but but I think that's
absolutely, yeah. And that's the lower, not the lower you are, the better. But if your ATV is relatively low, you can start earning your ATV points much faster. That was a category I think really stressed people out this year because 2 years ago was like a big year with 21-day fix and everything blowing up, and then this past year wasn't so hot for lots of people, and they didn't surpass their ATV. So I think maybe you guys have an advantage there that your volume is on the lower side, and you can surpass it quickly.
Right.
So yeah, it's good to write that number down so you know.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The other thing to keep in mind too, and I've been thinking about this a lot, is I think about maybe building my mom or somebody else, when you give those, and maybe you're, people who are thinking about billing your husbands, those will be people that you don't get their PSPV from. That'll go to your spouse. So you kind of got to weigh what you're doing too, and that's good for income as compared to like going for Elite Premier. So something to keep in mind.
Right.
I mean, I guess there's two different schools of thought, right? You're going either for your second business center or, and helping those other coaches build up as well. I don't think it'll ever hurt, but you're right. It wouldn't necessarily go towards any of the points.
Yeah, I looking at, who you guys on this call, I think probably your best shot in general for your business is building your husband and getting that second business center open. And then, and even if Elite Premier doesn't happen this year, the following year, I mean, you could potentially be, 3-star or more, you know what I mean, depending on who you sign. But I think income, and I honestly, opening the second business center and getting that to Diamond, so, potentially have yourself as a diamond, your husband as a diamond, your second business center as a diamond is where it's at, and then Elite Premier will come with that. So, as I think you guys are all, sort of in similar places. I know Patricia is sort of in a similar place as that too. So, makes sense? Yeah. Anyone else? It's a good discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? No.
Yeah.
No. All right.
You know where I'm at.
I mean, the thing is anything is possible in a year. Like, you just never know. You never know. I signed Alyssa, and she had Diamond the same year. You just never know who you're going to sign and what they're going to do. And, so having it on your radar is always a good thing, even if you're not Diamond yet.
Yep.
So, all right. No one has any questions? Nothing? Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Mm-hmm.
Not very often I have Zoom calls.
How was day one of the reset?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. I was a little hungry at dinner time. I was ready to eat, but I just hope I make it through the night here.
Yeah, it was fine. I just need to start earlier tomorrow.
Yeah, I started late today too.
And the, Power Greens, but everything else was fine. The food was good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel hungry or anything.
Megan, you say you did the ultimate reset?
She's doing Whole30.
No, I know, but I didn't know if she's done it in the past. I thought she said.
No. Okay. No, I have not. I have trouble with 3-day reset.
I think this is gonna be easier for me.
I like to cook with fish.
Who is coughing? Poor thing.
Yeah, you. No, I love to cook way too much. And I think it's okay.
Baby.
Okay, go see Daddy. So, and I think for the family, it's just going to be easier for me doing this, and this is what we eat, And they've loved everything that I made, so I don't feel like 18 different meals. So
Cool. I think I'm gonna like this better than the 3-day refresh.
yeah,
Me too.
So
I do too.
yeah.
it looks like it's got some great recipes.
Yeah.
Patricia's on Whole30 with me. Not
Oh,
yet,
yeah?
though. She's got a big party this weekend, so we have a big group. Well, not a big group, but like 7 or 8 of us. It's good. It'll be
That's
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Very cool. All right, you guys. Well, if you have any questions, come up. But we will make sure that we check our reports on the second Friday of February, just to see where we're at. A lot can change between now and next year. Trust me on that one.
Yes,
So
it's true.
All right, you guys.
cool.
Everyone have a really good night.
Thanks, Katie.
All right, bye.
Bye, guys.